Happy Valentine's Day, everybody.
Right.
Welcome
All
back
right.
to the one more podcast, the OMP CCN, SNOOPDOGG. uh, yeah,
That was a beautiful intro, Benny.
thank you.
Oh
As
yeah.
always, my name's Benny, and my co-host for the night is good old Tommy Boy. How you doing, Tommy Boy?
I am doing well, doing well.
Doing
You
well,
know?
doing well.
Mhm. Yeah.
How have things been? Everything been good?
Yeah, it's been working up here.
Yeah.
So kind of boring, but making
Well,
money, so that's good.
you know what I've been
How have
doing? I've been,
you been doing research for this beautiful podcast?
yeah, and trying to edit this beautiful podcast. If
Oh
anyone,
yeah?
if anyone listening, no matter where you are, if you're willing to edit this podcast for us for about free fitty, hit my line. Find me. I'm willing. I'm willing and able. I'll give you like $1. That's as most as I'll do. But anyway, your boy got some WWE merch representing the LWO nowadays. I got me one of those beautiful T-shirts from the oh shit, what was it called? The San Juan Street Fight back at
Hell yeah.
Backlash. I keep wanting to call it
Yeah.
SummerSlam. It ain't. It ain't
Nope, it
SummerSlam.
was backlash.
Yeah. Got me
Oh
one of
yeah.
those Bad Bunny shirts. I love it. I love it so much. It's so comfy too. And then I
Yeah, are
got
you
me
wearing it for this podcast?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hell yeah.
And got me a LWO lanyard with a little, keychain decoration. Gotta represent the legend that Eddie Guerrero made. You know, shouts out the Latino World Order. Shouts out Carlito. Shout out all the rest of them. But
Hell.
yeah. Any news on your end, buddy boy? Any news?
I just learned that Mustafa Ali is in Impact Wrestling, apparently.
You just learned that, huh?
Yep. I was scrolling through Twitter and learned that like 2 minutes ago.
Yeah, he's been switched over for I want to say a couple weeks now.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Or at least he's been out of WWE.
Yeah, he got released the same time Dolph Ziggler did.
Yeah. Which, unfortunately, not enough people miss Mustafa. I feel like he was definitely buried. He could have done a lot more.
Oh yeah, he had so much potential, but he didn't have the size that WWE likes. They like the big meaty men.
Big meaty mid slapping meat.
Hmm.
Tell that to Kaiser. Let's get rid of him. Let's stop signing Kaiser.
You know, I am very ashamed that they got rid of Mustafa Ali but kept Kaiser.
Yeah, let's get rid of Kaiser. Let's start a petition to get rid of Kaiser, just because I don't like him. I don't have anything against
Yeah.
his. I don't have anything against his in-ring capabilities, or the very few times I've heard him on a mic, but I just don't like how he looks, and I don't like his name, and I feel like I feel like he would talk in a very fake German accent, like "Ooh, some Wiener Schnitzel," that type of shit. I feel like that's how he's supposed to sound, but then he doesn't, and I'm disappointed.
Disappointed.
Yeah.
He doesn't sound very far off.
No, but he should sound closer.
You know, fair.
Yeah.
Our boy, friend of the pod, Jeff Hardy, is injured. He suffered a head injury,
Yeah.
probably just a concussion. He got knocked the fuck out by Sammy Gravas.
Yeah.
Impact, not Impact. Wow, on AEW Collision, I believe it was.
Yeah.
That was on Rampage.
Bro, I swear, that dude has gotten hit in the head, and every other part of his body more times than anyone I know. But he still keeps on trucking. He needs to
Mm-hmm.
retire, like I'm saying.
Yeah, but this injury wasn't his fault, you know.
No, it wasn't. But oh well. Anyway, uh, what other news
Oh
you got
well.
for us?
That's pretty much all I got. Um, Again, I've been working all day, so didn't have time to look up anything.
Unbelievable,
I
unbelievable.
know,
You guys see what I deal with. You guys see what I deal with.
I know, I'm the
Uh,
worst.
really, just absolute worst. Well, I guess I'll pick up your slack. Beautiful. Uh, First off, I want to start. I want to start my news by saying something that's not WWE related, unless you count the fact that this is the longest running belt holder of all the WWE ever. Uh, SNOOP Snoop Doggy Dogg Uncle Snoop, the Grand Master of the LBC, is back at it. Him and Dre
Oh yeah,
released, him and Dre released Gin and Juice. You know,
yeah.
yeah,
Their liquor line. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Get LA Knight in a room with Snoop. That's all I'm saying. That's all
Yeah.
I'm saying. I think he'd love it. That or it'd be the worst collab ever. That's the only two options. But yeah, they got
On lighter news, or I
oh
guess it is that was light news,
yeah
but on funny news,
oh
Stephen King. You know Stephen King. Who doesn't know Stephen King?
people who don't read.
Fair. You know, fair. But he
Mm-hmm.
posted on Twitter, "Dear Elon, Twitter, 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 and so on. Fuck your need to put your personal brand on everything."
Based, pretty based.
Based.
Yeah,
And so now he's trending on Twitter for going at Elon Musk.
he's always going
It's
at Elon. It's fantastic. Did you see that a lot of the Elimination Chamber contestants are knocked out?
No, I did. Who are we down to now?
Well, for our listeners, we were starting out with the Elimination Chamber WWE contenders being the one and only the Viper, Randy Orton, Bobby Lashley, uh, Ivar, um, uh, Rusev. I'm never gonna get his name right. Rusev? No, the big guy. I don't know. I don't know.
Bronson Reed?
Is it Bronson Reed?
Yeah.
Oh,
Big guy. Where's the unitard?
yeah, Bronson Reed. Okay, I
Evil
I
Logan.
was I was far off. Uh,
Evil
Br-
Logan. That's
Bronson Reed, Kevin Owens, Drew McIntyre, Sami Zayn, Logan Paul, AJ Styles, Dominic Mysterio, The Miz, and LA Knight. Yeah.
yeah.
Now we're down to Drew McIntyre, LA Knight, uh, Randy Orton, and Bobby Lashley with two other spaces available, but no one knows who's going to go in there.
I
And
mean, you got Logan Paul versus The Miz for a spot, and then
yeah,
we got some guy versus someone else. I forget who.
well,
Not gonna lie.
Sami Zayn's out. We know that one.
Sami Zayn is out.
And then uh, Bronson Reed is out. No, Ivar's out. Right?
Yeah, Ivar is no Bronson Reed is out. I
Bronson
believe
Reed.
Ivar beat Bronson Reed.
Maybe.
I could be wrong.
I don't know. But I think it's down to Logan, Miz. I know AJ Styles is out.
AJ Styles is out. Logan and Miz are gonna go at it, and I think the Miz will probably win because Logan has the title.
Maybe.
But they might throw Logan Paul in it just for his name's sake.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's gonna talk some shit
But
about
if he loses
unifying
the
the title.
chamber, yeah. But if he loses the chamber, I mean, doesn't he um get fucked out of the U.S. title?
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know.
Don't know.
Don't fucking know. And WWE hasn't posted the fight card for it yet for
No,
SmackDown,
no, they haven't.
so
But
I couldn't tell you.
but hey, the ones that we were happy to see, Bobby Lashley, Orton, uh, McIntyre, and Knight, they're in. You know, at least we
Oh
got
yeah,
those ponies in the race.
I
Uh,
wanted to see uh Sammy in it instead of Drew, but whatever.
I like Drew. I wanted to get rid of Lashley and put in Dominic. That would have been my replacement.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, put Dominic in. Dominic deserves it.
yeah. Put Dom in. Take out Lashley.
Mhm.
He's got enough stuff behind him. Yeah, he's done stuff. But hey, you and I are gonna go
And
head to head in the women's elimination chamber. Your wife, Liv Morgan, is in it, and
yeah,
my wife, Becky Lynch, is in it.
yeah,
Yeah, the man.
again, the man versus Liv Morgan.
Mm-hmm. Bianca
Hmm.
Belair is in it too, but I'm not really too fond of her. I feel like she's overrated at this point. Like they found a token black woman to cheer on, and that's why she has the hype that she has. But there's so many other ones now that they can choose from that are actually good, like Naomi
Yeah, yeah,
or Jade Cargill or
yeah.
uh, yeah, it just Nia Jax technically counts as black. I think. I don't know.
She's related to The Rock, so she's Black Samoan. But yeah.
Yeah, but
Mhm.
Naomi would have been awesome for sure. And
Hell yeah, would have.
yeah, and Jade Cargill going immediately into the elimination chamber after getting signed would have been phenomenal.
It would have been amazing. Yes.
Yeah, but they put Bianca in there. Who knows? Who knows what'll happen? But in other news, and I'm gonna save one story for a little bit later. Uh, but let's see. Uh, Dana White, he's getting in a lot of trouble for UFC 300. We talked about it last time. He actually got a hold of John Jones about it. John Jones went on to say, I got a call from Hunter Campbell. He said, John, I know it's only 9 weeks away, but if there's any chance that you're feeling up to it, it would be awesome news for the community that you're coming back and headlining one of the biggest events ever. And as honored as I am for the opportunity, I just don't think I'll be ready. I just don't. Yeah, they tried
Yep.
to get John Jones 9 weeks out to do UFC 300. That's insane. Like, bro's panicking.
Bro is struggling.
Like, how did he not book UFC? He has Volkanovski. He'll do it. He was at 298
Yep.
and he won. He'll do it again. It's insane.
He's very good at coming in last minute when he needs to and winning.
Yeah, that's his talent. The Aussies, they make shit happen. But yeah, in lighter news, Daria Baronato and Tony Cassano have officially tied the knot. WWE star and her fitness model fiance said "I do" on February 10th. Shouts out them. In the Legacy Castle in New Jersey, sprawling venue. The bride's joke was ironically quite big for their intimate ceremony. surrounded by 140 of their closest family and friends. And the ceremony was officiated by Maria uh, Menounos. Menounos. I do not know specifically how to pronounce her last name, but
Yeah,
shouts out
not
Sonia Deville and Tony Cassano. For real. Hell yeah. What?
you know, fair.
Yeah. What were you? What was the? You snorted a little. You laughing at
Allergies,
me?
bro.
Oh,
I
okay.
am.
Okay.
I am.
You're
Yeah.
laughing at me.
No, I was laughing at these damn ads because,
Oh.
like, I was reading something,
Mm-hmm.
and then that fucking ads just fucking put me to the top of the page. Like, here, read this ad. Like,
Mm.
no, fuck off. I don't want to read your ad.
Well, uh, you may
I
want to
can't.
you may want to read this. Uh,
Use this.
Bogdan Guskov, who was at UFC Fight Night 236.
I have no idea who that is.
Well, I'm getting to the good part of it at least. Uh, he was at a UFC Fight Night 236, UFC Vegas 86 is the hashtag on this if people want to find it on Instagram. Um, Bogdan Guskov said, I think first victory in the UFC. This is more good than sex." And you know, I relate.
You know, you relate.
I relate.
I can't relate.
No,
Can't relate. Never won a match in the UFC.
well, there's a first time for everything. See
There is.
if Muscle Hamster will spar you in the UFC.
He would kick my ass.
But at least you'd figure out if it's better than sex if you win.
I know fighting's not better than sex.
I feel
I've
like
been in
you're.
fights and I've had sex. Uh, I would much rather have sex any other day.
Oof.
Mm.
Well, hey, you speaking of sex, speaking of the sweet sweet lovin's, Tiffany Stratton and Ludwig Kaiser are moving into their dream apartment. Most people say dream home, but I suppose that they want to live somewhere that's a bit more.
Temporary.
Well, if they're wanting a dream apartment, then they're probably moving somewhere crowded. New York, L.A., something like that. But I didn't know that Ludwig Kaiser and Tiffany Stratton were even together. That's he
Yeah,
is
I didn't know that either.
he is like a 3, my boy, and she is a whole. I'd say a 10. No, 9.5. 9.5. 10 is Rihanna. Can't get better than her. But that's crazy. She goes on to say, actually, me and my boyfriend are going to be buying an apartment soon. We're going to be buying like our dream apartment. Not buying, just renting, but you get it. But I'm so excited. We live in a freaking 1-bedroom apartment and we just have so much stuff. All these suitcases, we practically live out of suitcases. So we just need more room to store everything. And I have so much freaking clothes, and so does he. So we need a bigger closet. We need an extra room. We need it all. So I'm so excited. Never mind. I think she's more like a 7. That reads hard. I I I felt my wallet start burning as I was reading it. Like, oh geez, you're you're a little needy, aren't you? But it's okay. It's okay. She has Ludwig Kaiser. As ugly as he is, and as much as I don't like him, WWE must pay good, even for people that stand behind Gunther.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But now in news related to my wife, Becky Lynch, she had
Yeah.
to explain to their daughter, her and Seth Rollins, for those who don't know. She had explained to her daughter why Dad is trying to beat up Maui. And I think that's so cute.
That, I saw that promo. I thought that was amazing.
Yeah, it's so cute. It's adorable. It's freaking adorable. Yeah, because bring in little. I think their daughter's name is Reese, or something like that. Uh, let's see.
I don't know.
Ro. Her name's Ro.
Mm.
Yeah. But yeah, I thought that was so cute. Shouts out Ro. Shouts out Becky Lynch. Such a good mom. Shouts out Seth Rollins for wanting to beat up Maui. Iconic.
Iconic.
Iconic. But Stone Cold Steve Austin got in the news again.
For what?
For one, for those that don't know, he had an amazing ad during the Super Bowl for the new Forerunner. No, I don't know. It was a off-road vehicle. Maybe a side-by-side. Yeah, I think it was a side-by-side of sorts. But anyway, no. Other than that, he was in the news. What the hell?
What the hell?
I felt a buzz, but oh, that was my phone. I'm dumb. He was in the news because someone was asking him if he would ever wrestle CM Punk, and he said he's not going to rule it out. We'll see. Yeah.
You never say never in WWE.
Never say never.
Never say never. I would love to see that match.
I would too. That's a straight edge CM Punk versus constantly drinking Steve Austin. Iconic.
It'd be a beautiful match.
It would be. Let's see. What's up?
Fucking don't they have real life beef, or is it CM Punk's Austin, or is Steve Austin CM Punk's like idol or something?
I think I don't think it's real life beef. I think it's maybe it's an idol situation, but I think it's more like they are like very opposite ends of the spectrum. One is promoting drinking, the other one's straight edge. Yeah, it's like a battle of yin and yang, essentially.
Yeah.
But I found a Markov chart for the Elimination Chamber. Who's in, who's out. Let's see, we got Orton in, Lashley in, McIntyre in, LA Knight in. The ones that are out are Ivar and what's his name?
Bronson Reed.
Sami Zayn and AJ Styles. What?
You're never gonna remember that.
Never. I hate to say it, but it's probably because who's left? Kevin Owens, Logan Paul, Dominic Mysterio, and The Miz.
Ooh. KO versus Dominic. Ooh.
I think it'll be KO versus Logan.
No, they already announced it's Miz versus Logan.
Oh, okay.
I just didn't know who Dominic was facing.
Oh. KO versus Dom sounds... I don't know. I don't think Unless they do it to where, like...
Dominic's really good at selling a stunner.
Yeah. But, I feel like... I guess I'm one of those WWE fans that I want every fight that is ever written in to be based in a storyline. So like KO fighting Dom for Elimination Chamber entry, I want that to mean something. And I feel like they could twist that into like uh, Logan comes out, helps Dom cheat, and then like they're buddies, maybe.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
they could.
We'll just have to watch and see tomorrow.
We will. We will.
We will keep up on Twitter. We won't actually watch the product because ads.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll watch the that one guy that you were telling me about that does an after episode video.
See wrestling. Shout out, friend
of the pod. Let's see. The Wolf Dogs have their NXT Tag Team Championship.
Hell yeah! Congratulations, Wolf Dogs.
Congratulations, Wolf Dogs. Braun Breaker and Baron Corbin.
And Mogwai himself, Baron Corbin.
Yeah. I learned this after the last episode, and I was telling Tommy about it off pod. Braun Breaker is related to the Steiner brothers. Scott Steiner and Rick Steiner.
I don't see it.
You don't see it?
I don't see it, but like...
Rick Steiner's his dad. Scott Steiner's his uncle.
I know. Yeah, I guess that makes more sense. Rick Steiner, I don't know much about him. I know Scott Steiner. Everyone knows Scott Steiner.
Oh, yeah, I mean, he has math. Scott Steiner math.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he does math good.
He maths pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I need to see Rick Steiner to decide if he looks like him or not.
You know, they say all men are created equal, but you look at me, and you look at Samoa Joe, and you can see that statement is not true. See, normally, if you go one-on-one with another wrestler, you get a 50-50 chance of winning. But I'm a genetic freak, and I'm not normal. So you got a 25% chance at best to beat me. And then you add Kurt Angle to the mix, your chances of winning drastic go down. See, the three-way at Sacrifice, you got a 33 and a third % chance of winning. But I got a 66 and 2/3 chance of winning. Because Kurt Angle knows he can't beat me. And he's not even going to try. So Samoa Joe, you take your 33 and a third % chance minus my 25, you got a 8 and a third chance of winning at Sacrifice. But then you... Hold on, I'm dyslexic as shit. But then you take my 75% chance of winning if we was to go one-on-one, and then add 66 and 2/3 % chance. I got a 141 and 2/3 % chance of winning at Sacrifice. See now, Joe? The numbers don't lie. They spell disaster for you at Sacrifice.
Beautiful promo.
Thank you.
Very viral promo too.
Oh yeah.
I know the promo. I don't even watch it.
It is so good. I love the video of it. I really do. Yeah, he's so funny, and then MJF recreated it, and that's even funnier. Because he did a math promo as well on AEW Dynamite, and it's so good. I really hate that Scott Steiner is one of those people that have bad blood with WWE, so now he can't come back, and that means that Braun Breaker can never fight his uncle, for one, but two, Scott Steiner will never be inducted into the Hall of Fame, and not only that, but he talks shit on WWE like all the time, and it's just, I don't know, it sucks. But my main issue is that he can't fight Braun Breaker, because I want to see that. I want to see him take the chainmail off Scott Steiner's head and wear it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. I am so excited for Braun Breaker to be a main roster, though.
Oh, yeah. Man, ugh, he's gonna be on main roster, and people want him to get Steiner, but I believe you said that you don't want him to be Steiner. You want him to stay Breaker, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You said that last pod, I think.
Yeah, I don't like when they do shit like that. Like, they put Dominic Mysterio in the shadow of his father, but then as soon as he broke out, he was a 10 times bigger star, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's
They
like,
did it to Cody Rhodes, too. They
yeah.
were like, yeah, here, do this shit, same shit your dad was doing when he was doing Stardust. He had the freaking yellow polka dot Stardust costume.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And it never worked.
Nope.
Never fucking worked.
Nope.
Nope. But then he broke out, did his own thing, and now he's a huge star. They gotta keep him separate.
Gotta keep them separated.
Yep.
But there are people that think that he should get changed to Braun Steiner, and I don't know. I feel like
He should say Braun Breaker. It sounds more mean. It sounds like
Braun
it fits his.
Breaker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It fits
Braun
him
Steiner.
being like
Yeah.
the replacement for Brock Lesnar.
It does make him. It makes him sound. That's what I was gonna say. It makes him sound like Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
And he's.
But
I don't want him to be a
better than
replacement though.
No, but that's what they're gonna paint him as. He's
Yeah.
gonna fill that hole.
Yeah, I guess. Well, maybe he shouldn't because that's what he's in trouble for.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Yeah. For people who misconstrued, Brock Lesnar's the one in trouble, not Braun Breaker.
No. Speaking of our boy, let me talk to you.
Let me talk to you.
Yeah. LA Knight wants Usher to perform "Yeah" at his WrestleMania entrance. What do you?
I've had enough Usher this year.
But that sounds kind of funny. Imagine if Usher redid the whole song and then every "yeah" was LA Knight's "yeah." Yeah,
Oh my
yeah,
God.
yeah,
I was thinking,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
you know, fucking Usher comes out and is performing "Yeah," but every time it goes, Usher's song goes "Yeah," LA Knight just has a mic in his hand. He goes, "Yeah."
Bro, or like the whole crowd just does it.
Yeah.
That would be so great. That is worth having Usher again.
It is worth another 10 minutes of Usher, I guess.
Oh yeah, definitely worth it. That would be so fun. I would love that.
It would be amazing.
Yeah, but you know what else would be amazing?
What?
Rhea Ripley was talking with some interviewers, and she was saying, when asked if she would ever compete for other titles, so she was saying, "Oh, 100%." They asked if she would do a men's title. She said, "Oh, 100%. I'm always down for a challenge. I love a good challenge. So if that opportunity were to arise, I would be 110% down." I think that'd be kind of cool because Seth Rollins followed that up with saying that he would love to take her down with the rest of Judgment Day.
That's amazing. I love Seth Rollins putting over everyone, not just, you know, the men wrestler. He's like, yeah, come get it.
Yeah.
Come get this title.
Yeah. I don't think that a married man should say come and get it, but you know.
You know, it's the world of wrestling.
Oh, yeah, fair. Well,
Two
they're
separate
still
lives.
married.
You have your personal life, and then you have your in-ring life.
Well, I think they're still married in the wrestling world.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
but he can say whatever he wants in the ring.
Yeah. Well, let's not turn it into a Vince McMahon thing. Let's not have him cheat on his wife for the kayfabe. But you know.
You know what's great? We spent all that time looking up who was left in the Elimination Chamber tournament, right?
Yeah.
16 minutes ago, WWE posted who will qualify for the men's Elimination Chamber with the 2 matches.
Oh. Well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad that we are keeping up with
it. Yeah, we are faster than WWE.
Oh yeah. Yeah. But
yeah.
No, I one of the things that uh my news sources said is Jade Cargill was pulled from WWE Elimination Chamber plans. This is like yesterday's news, but I feel like they shouldn't have pulled her from that. You know, they should have. Uh, there was some rumors that she might be involved in the Elimination Chamber, but she is not set to be in it, and I feel like that would have been crazy good.
It would have been pretty damn good to
Yeah.
have her in the Elimination Chamber.
Right after being
Instead,
signed. That's crazy. Like
I
it.
think her instead of uh, Bianca Belair would be nice to see.
I'm fucking saying, bruh. Like Bianca Belair is mid. She's so her whole talent is her hair, and I'm like, bro, do a mask versus hair match like Dom and Ray were gonna do. You
Yeah,
know, like someone cut that shit off, so like she can actually develop a character other than someone who moisturizes their hair before every match. Like,
yeah.
like come on. Like I have nothing against her for any other reason other than I think her hair is a dumb ass gimmick.
You know, that's a valid argument.
Yeah, like yeah, I just
I want to
I don't know.
see. I'm excited for that Io Sky Bailey main event people are pushing for.
Oh yeah, yeah. CM Punk talked about it. He said, yeah, they need to acknowledge her more. Like the fact that they still haven't done or ran any promotional posters or nothing saying that she's even there. Like they have all but completely ignored her.
Yeah,
And I feel like
and CM Punk called them out.
yeah, shit, he called them out so fast and
Yeah,
you know, man, it's crazy.
because it's bullshit.
Yeah. It's like, come on. People want to see what fucking happens there. Io Sky is like
That's
everybody's
your
baby.
biggest women's story you have right now.
Yeah, like what the fuck does Bailey not Bianca Belair have at all? Genuinely. Like yeah, she has a love show with Montez Ford. That's it. She doesn't have anything else. All she has after that is a good intro. Her song isn't that bad.
Naomi's intro is 30 times better though.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they have
Naomi's
better
intro
intros.
is hype as fuck.
They have really
I
good
would
intros
say
up there.
Naomi has, in the current era, one of the top three intros.
Who's your other two?
Sami Zayn. Love
No,
Sami
female,
Zayn's
female.
intro. Oh, I was talking in general.
Okay.
Naomi's intro is just that good.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, all time. Who's
Yeah.
your top three?
All time?
Yeah, well, current
Ooh.
roster. Current roster.
Current roster.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's what I
current
meant.
roster.
Sorry. Yeah.
Sami Zayn.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm a Sami Zayn fan through and
Obviously.
through. And he goes out there, he's jumping around, and the whole crowd uh, getting into his music, jumping with him, and they all scream together at the right point of the song.
Oh yeah, that's ska
So
music for you.
yeah, yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. And
Yeah.
then I would say Naomi's next because her light effects and
Mm-hmm.
everything. That's just really fucking cool.
Yeah.
And number three would have to be.
Look in my eyes. What do you see?
No, I would
A
have to
cult
say
of
Cody Rhodes.
personality. Fair enough. I like his song. Yeah.
His song is great, and you know the way he stops and plays to the crowd
Yeah.
when they all go whoa.
That's
So he had
because
a
he's
little
a
bit of voice.
that's because he's the
Yeah,
baby face.
yeah. So those are my top three right now.
What about your top three just women?
Just women.
Mm-hmm.
Naomi, number one.
Mm-hmm.
Io Sky.
Mm-hmm.
Love how the whole crowd gets. I love those intros and stuff where like the crowd gets like dark, like the lights go dim or off, and
Mm-hmm.
then the intro starts. You know, I really like that shit. So I was a huge fan of Edge's theme song because it would go dark the spotlights would come on, then it would say, "You think you know me?"
You
Then
think
the
you know
strobe
me?
lights and shit
Yeah.
would. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm a huge fan of that style entrance, and she has that style entrance. And Rhea Ripley.
Fuck yeah! I was waiting for you to say it. This is my
Yeah,
brutality, dude.
and when she comes out and like to the song does that stomp, raises her
Bro.
title. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. And then she
yeah.
does. And then she she grabs onto the ropes while she's hanging off the edge of the ring, and she's like showing her title to everybody, and like she has the tongue out, and she's like, yeah, just oh man, she has such good crowd work. It's
Yeah.
great.
When Io Sky does the splits in the ring, though.
Mm. Yeah.
Mm.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, news. You know, let's focus back in.
Yeah.
Q-
Focus. All yours.
oh yeah. QT Marshall is returning to AEW.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know who that is?
No,
Okay.
I don't really watch AEW or keep up with it too much.
Unbelievable. Look in my eyes. What do you see? Cult of personality. He let's see. He's back with AEW. He was an in-ring talent from 2019 to 2023. He left. Now he's back.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't know anything about him at all. I just Googled.
You just saw that he was back.
Yeah. I just
Fair enough.
AEW, WWE, and TNA. That's what we talk about.
Yep.
Some boxing, some UFC. But hey, did you see? You were wanting Triple H to lace up, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you see R-Truth got saved by DX?
I did see R-Truth got saved by DX.
Yeah. He got saved by Shawn Michaels and Triple H. That that's totally what happened. Love Triple H. Love Triple H.
Love Triple H.
Yeah.
The fact that he, how does R-Truth come up with this shit?
I am 100%. I'm 100% in the in the group that says that he is allowed to just make this shit up on the fly, and that Triple H is not talking about this in the group, in the circle, on the board. Nothing. It's just R-Truth. Like, yeah. So here's what I'm gonna do, and then they're like, yeah, okay. Because the way that these in-ring talents are reacting to the shit he does, like the breaks that they're making and everything, like how he gets Damian Priest to laugh every fucking time they get together, and the deadpan, like, what the fuck are you doing faces that the Miz makes when he has to deal with R-Truth shit. There's no way that it's scripted.
The reactions are just too genuine.
They are far too genuine. Like
when he climbed up to the top in the Royal Rumble, when he grabbed the ladder.
Yep. Everyone, Kane looked at him, just like threw his arms in the air, like, "What are you doing, man?" And like had to knock that shit down, throw him out. Like, it's great. It's fucking awesome. Oh man,
it's the best.
Yeah, we gotta get R-Truth on the pod sometime. We gotta make that happen.
Reach out to him.
Why don't you? Why don't you?
Because you have the branded Twitter account for our podcast.
Fair enough. But yeah, no. Shouts out DIY for saving R-Truth and then being told that they're DX and playing along with it. They're like, yeah, we're DX. Man, bald guy with beard. Yep, that's Triple H. Mm-hmm. Totally. But anyway, in other news, Bret Hart and Jim Neidhart are in 2K24, and the first looks at their figures, their character models, really fucking good. You can make out the stubble, the all the strands of hair, the clothes fit just the way that they did in real life. It's so good, so good. So that's really awesome. Um, uh, Paul Heyman is being requested by the fans to be inducted in the WWE Hall of Fame in Philly this year. I support it. I really do.
I support it.
Yeah, he made ECW, and then he made the Paul Heyman guys. You know,
Yeah.
he built people's lives.
Mm-hmm.
So I think
Yeah,
that
I
it's
think he'll
awesome.
be inducted. It would be great to see him inducted this year, but I think he'll be inducted after the Bloodline stuff.
Probably. But man, he's getting old. You can see it in his face. You can see it
Mm-hmm.
on his body. He's getting old, and let's see how old Paul Heyman is actually. Let's. He is 58 years old. That's not actually as old as I thought.
No, he pulls 58 off pretty well though.
Yeah, I think it's the suit.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's the suit,
Yeah,
and I think he's also
and the
using
dyed
men's
hair.
hair dye. Yeah,
Yeah, definitely is. That's just what I said.
yeah,
And the dyed hair.
yeah. But no, what do you think? Who do you think would show up? Paul Heyman gets inducted. Do you think they'll bring out all the Paul Heyman guys, minus Brock Lesnar? Or
Um, Probably. I
yeah,
think if they did it now, just the Bloodline would come out.
mm-hmm. But if they
Mm-hmm.
wait, you think
They wait till after the Bloodline story that all of the Paul Heyman guys would come out.
yeah. I think so. I think that they would make him break emotionally for that
Yeah,
one because I mean he built ECW. So, I think it would be it'd be hard not to make that like a real no kayfabe in the ring moment. Just yep,
yeah.
like hey, let's acknowledge this guy. He made a
Not
lot
only
of people.
made ECW, but he made the current landscape of WWE.
Yeah.
Like, he's great.
Mm-hmm. It's awesome. You know,
I would love to see it.
yeah. I think CM Punk standing there and being like, yeah, you know, CM Punk. Who else? Other than Brock Lesnar, we got Roman Reigns. We got. I'm trying to think of Paul Heyman guys. If you think of any.
I only know that two really off the top of my head, and that's CM Punk, Brock Lesnar. Those are the two biggest Paul Heyman guys.
Well, Roman Reigns is a Paul Heyman guy now.
Yeah,
Let's see.
but when you think of Paul Heyman guys, Roman Reigns was pretty made before Paul Heyman.
Let's see. Paul Heyman guys. Every Paul Heyman guy ranked by their accomplishments. Let's rank people based on what they do for us. Let's see. We got Paul E. Dangerously guys. Back in the ECW, WCW world. We got which is the Paul E. Dangerously, uh, which was that was Paul Heyman, pre WWE. We got Stunning Steve Austin. We got Mean Mark Callis, which was Undertaker, obviously.
Damn,
What?
Mean Mark Callis is apparently a Paul Heyman guy. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Taz, Sabu, uh, as well as Bobby Eaton, Ravishing Rick Rude, Superfly Jimmy Snuka, Arn Anderson.
Jimmy Snuka is a Paul Heyman guy.
Yep.
Damn.
Mm-hmm. We got the Dangerously's Dangerous Alliance. That was the faction, WCW's top heel faction.
Yeah.
They battled people like Sting, Ricky Steamboat, the Steiner brothers, just to name a few. So we got Hardcore Holly.
Damn.
Yeah. He aligned himself with Paul Heyman as an Arn Anderson style enforcer, taking out RVD, leading to a feud. He had Test. He was a all the makings of a Vince McMahon guy. Big, good looking, full head of hair. Belonged on the cover of a romance novel. He made McMahon swoon, but he never moved the fans. So he was turned into a Paul Heyman guy. But he made a faction alongside Big Show, competed in Extreme Elimination Chamber matches, December to Dismember pay-per-views, feuded with Bobby Lashley. If Paul Heyman had gotten Test on the main roster, he would have been a lot bigger, for sure. Cesaro. He had Cesaro. He was... yeah. Cesaro was one of the biggest baby faces in the world. That wasn't named Daniel Bryan.
That wasn't. Daniel Bryan is arguably the biggest babyface ever.
Yeah. He had both the Dudley Boys.
Next to Hogan. Hogan was a huge babyface.
Oh, yeah.
Still is. If Hogan came out, if that music hit, everyone would freak the fuck out.
Yeah. I still think that they should do an Andre the Giant memorial match where it's just all black dudes and then Hulk Hogan, so that he can face the decisions he's made.
I don't think Hogan's racist, though.
He is.
He's definitely said the N-word.
Yeah. In a derogatory manner about a black guy that his daughter was dating.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's okay.
Never mind.
But he had the Dudley Boys. The Dudley Boys were Paul Heyman guys. He had Heidenreich. He had Curtis Axel. He had Ryback, which arguably the worst Paul Heyman guy.
Not arguably. That's the
Yeah. The Big Show was a Paul Heyman guy. Twice. RVD was a Paul Heyman guy. Kurt Angle, CM Punk. That's one of the biggest Paul Heyman guys. Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar.
Summer of Punk was massive.
Oh, yeah. Bro, massive.
My dude. Then he left, I believe it was SummerSlam or Money in the Bank, with the title. And just went on about his merry way.
Yeah. Gotta do what you gotta do.
Mm-hmm.
But, no, I think... You know what I think's insane? And here's my thought process. One,
what's that?
This is how I'm leading into this question. Or not this question, this comment. One, I think that Braun Breaker should be the last Paul Heyman guy.
Think so?
I think so. I think that he should take him under his wing, make him the next Brock Lesnar, minus the allegations, turn him into a star, and then leave and never come back to WWE. Take the money and run with it.
Paul Heyman gets to decide who Paul Heyman guys are.
That's true.
So I don't think he would choose Braun Breaker because I don't know. It's too early in Braun Breaker's career to really choose him.
I wouldn't say that because he got a title at 24 and then he got the tag team title at 26. He's one of the
Yeah,
fastest. Like here's his whole record so far. He held the NXT championship twice for 424 days total.
correct.
He won his second NXT title on an episode of Raw. He won the Dusty Rhodes Classic. He won the Tag Team Championship. Main evented 9 premium live events for NXT, and then also won a War Games match. And he was
Yes.
the first person to pop up as a substitute for Brock Lesnar in the Royal Rumble. Like
Yeah.
he is
I just
the
think
hottest
if he aligned
prospect.
himself with, I think if he aligned himself with Braun Breaker, though, it would just be kind of a repeat of Brock Lesnar, pretty much. And like we said, we don't want him to directly copy Brock Lesnar.
No, but what if it was like a maybe? I think all the Paul Heyman guys were heels, right? Like that's his shtick.
Um, yeah, sort of. Except for Punk, you could argue wasn't really a heel because Punk was just doing Punk. Punk
Yeah,
has always been a in between babyface and heel.
yeah.
He's never been on one side or the other. He's just CM Punk.
What
Maybe
if?
early in his career he would have, but like now he's just CM Punk. He doesn't choose good or bad. He's out for Punk.
Mm-hmm. What if? Well, in that case, what if uh, Braun Breaker was his first babyface? What if he made Braun
Maybe.
Breaker into like I don't know, like a new age hurricane, like the superhero type? Because dude's
No.
fast. Like
Yeah.
you saw the Vengeance Day. He ran so fast in that fucking rope that he cut himself.
Yeah.
Like
He he got caught up in the rope, but that wasn't because of how fast he was going. That's because he didn't put his arm on the rope as he backed into it.
yeah, but he was still fast going in.
He was still moving.
The man was
I don't
moving
know. I
faster
would
than
just.
his body weight looks like it would keep up.
Oh yeah, yeah,
And he always looks like he's angry and like 5, 10,000 cups of coffee in.
yeah.
And every time that he does something that he's happy with, he goes ah,
Ah,
like that as like a superhero would be amazing.
I don't know. Don't know.
You don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll
Well,
watch his life
I
unfold.
just wouldn't want to see him be a Paul Heyman guy straight out the gate. You know.
Yeah, yeah, and I get that, but like at the same time, I want Paul Heyman to be able to retire before he hits like 70, 80. Like I want him to cash out with the last Paul Heyman guy. Like I mean, obviously Roman Reigns is the last Paul Heyman guy as of right now. There's not been a next one, but I want him to cash out on someone that's like, not also under the wing of Dwayne the Rock Johnson, but instead like, and that's something that could happen. Is Dwayne Johnson becomes the the you know brain of the bloodline and like is the next Paul Heyman? I don't know.
Yeah.
But no, I think the fact that Paul Heyman worked with Rick and Scott Steiner, not directly but more indirectly, and was able to promote matches that involved them. I feel like that connection to his family would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
You
Definitely.
um, but we'll see.
But
You know,
we'll see.
obviously, as of right now, he has no intentions of being a Steiner staying a breaker seems to be his move, because he did get signed to the main roster and his name didn't change. Maybe he'll keep it for a heel moment. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he'll keep Steiner in his pocket as a like a villain
Or
mode.
maybe he just doesn't want to be Steiner.
Maybe he doesn't want to be Steiner at all. Yeah, maybe he
Mm-hmm.
wants nothing to do with his crazy ass uncle. I have no idea. But we'll see. We'll see for sure. Into a more humbling topic. Yesterday, February 14th, but February 14th in 2017 specifically, so 7 years ago. Crazy to think that that's 7 years now. That means that it's been 6 years since we've graduated. Wow.
God damn.
Yeah. But 7 years ago, February 14th, Valentine's Day, to those who had a happy Valentine's Day, by the way, to those that did.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Um,
If you didn't have Valentine, the two of us at One More Productions will be your Valentine.
unless you're ugly, which,
Then Benny will be your Valentine.
yeah, pretty much. 7 years ago, February 14th, Bray Wyatt defended his WWE Championship against John Cena and AJ Styles on an episode of SmackDown after being attacked by the late John Huber, a.k.a. Luke Harper. May they both rest in peace.
Brazy.
Fucking brazy.
Rest in peace, Bray Wyatt and Luke Harper.
For fucking real. Bro, Luke Harper, high fucking key. One of the coolest people to get buried. Like, I feel like they could have done so much more with him.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, they didn't. You know, they fucking didn't. But he had idiopathic pulmonary fibrosis. You know, is what it is.
Yep.
Can't really fight that one, I guess.
Yep.
But man, he was
May
cool.
he rest in peace. He was great.
He was fucking great. Totally buried.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I was just so excited for the Firefly Funhouse thing to pick back up.
Yeah.
You know, Bray Wyatt's thing.
Yeah.
Then he passed away. I was like,
Damn.
damn. That story was going to be the best story on WWE.
For sure. The Firefly Funhouse was peak.
Yeah.
But but leading from that into some different news, and I want your opinion on this. So John Cena was talking he was talking to someone who was asking questions, reporter, podcast, I don't know the source specifically, but he was talking about how Vince McMahon and Triple H wanted him gone. He said, when I was just wearing boots and tights and I was supposed to be the ruthless aggression young good guy, nobody in the company liked me. Vince McMahon won't admit this, but he wanted me fired. Triple H wanted me fired. Everybody hated me. I feel like that's not entirely true, but I feel like there's some
I
truth
don't think
hidden in it.
everyone hated him, but they definitely were going to fire.
You think so?
Yeah, Stephanie McMahon had told him, like, hey, we're going to have you work through the winter, and after the winter, you're probably going to get the boot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So they gave him a warning. They were like, you know, you're probably getting the boot, you know.
Yeah. I don't know.
But then she caught him like rapping backstage, and then they changed his gimmick up, and then he stayed because that gimmick worked.
That is fantastic.
Yep. But what do you not know about? I mean, they were going to cut him. John Cena's original character was not over. No one cared about it.
Yeah. I don't know. I
they
feel
gave him like a year.
I feel like he had a lot of. I haven't seen a whole lot of his pre new gimmick. You know, I haven't seen like his boots and tights era a lot.
Yeah,
But I
the
feel like
ruthless aggression era is not good.
yeah, but I have but I have this feeling that like he's one of those people that like they're worried about something that won't happen. Like I feel like Vince McMahon wasn't gonna lay him off. I mean, Stephanie might have said something, but that could have been like a hey, you know, this is my, you know, empty threat, you know, to really start selling. But I don't know, you know, we will never
Uh,
know. We will never know.
we'll
But
never know, but regardless, if he could have took the threat seriously, like damn,
yeah,
worked my whole life for this, it's almost over, and regardless, he took it seriously,
mm-hmm,
and they changed him, and he made it work. So
yeah.
yeah.
But
We don't know if it was an empty threat. We don't know if it was a real threat, but
don't know.
don't know.
Yeah.
Could have been a last warning, and then he changed it.
Yeah, could have been.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah. In other news, I wanted you to know something that you may not know. You may already know. I don't know.
What is it?
Your wife, your beloved Liv Morgan, uh,
Mm-hmm.
to this day, has been the only person to pin Rhea Ripley since she joined Judgment Day.
Yep.
Isn't that something?
That's because Liv Morgan's the fucking boss, bro.
Yeah. You know, a lot of the people that were talking under that post were saying stuff like, you know, that's because they have the best chemistry. You know, they know how to play off each other. Um, oh man,
I believe they
uh,
came up in NXT together too.
I think so. Um,
Mm.
yeah, one person said, I think Liv beating Rhea Ripley will have a similar feel because they're talking about Liv maybe being the one to dethrone uh, uh, Rhea Ripley. You know,
Yeah.
which is a possibility. Um,
I'm all for that decision.
mhm. They were saying Liv beating Rhea will have a similar feel as to when Jay pinned Roman in the tag team match a few months back. Jay was
Yeah.
among the last couple guys to pin Roman clean the same way that Liv did to Rhea Ripley. Uh,
Yeah.
and they really hope that they visit that down the road. Some others said that they just want to see, you know, even if she doesn't win, they want to see them fight for the title. And
Yes.
then another person said
'Cause-
that they don't think Liv will be the one to beat Rhea, but she's undeniably going to win another world title in the next 2 years.
oh yeah. I don't even give it a year before she has another world title,
Yeah,
whether it be the SmackDown one or the Raw one. But she is on Raw, so
yeah,
would be Raw.
yeah.
Mhm.
But
So I think she'll. I think if you did that match at WrestleMania, Liv versus Rhea Ripley, right?
yeah.
Then you have a great match that no one's going to be upset about how you book it, which they really need for WrestleMania.
Oh yeah, they really do.
Yeah, they're running out of options.
That is true. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. Other than that, what they could do, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean they promoting Bianca versus Rhea Ripley apparently.
I guess. But anyway, uh, I don't have a good transition to. Yeah, maybe I do. Um, so you know how I was talking about Paul Heyman possibly being inducted,
Yeah,
and how, you know, I think that Paul Heyman should have one last Paul Heyman guy after Roman, before he gets retired. Well,
yeah,
I feel that uh, you know, speaking of Paul Heyman, I feel like he needs to. He's really good at keeping the kayfabe of being the asshole and like being the I know better than you do guy, and
yeah,
yeah, everything.
because he knows this industry better than. everyone.
Yeah. But I also feel like there are times where he should, uh, tone back and maybe not play into it. For example, 5 days ago, uh, as far as this news piece was concerned, I don't know actually how long ago it was, but Paul
Mm-hmm.
Heyman came across the Kobe Bryant statue that they made, and or the bust, and it said
Mm-hmm.
he tweeted out. He said, "Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman, and on behalf of WWE's Roman Reigns, I applaud the wise choice made by the statue creator who provided Kobe Bryant with the last honor of acknowledging our tribal chief." And it's Kobe Bryant holding up the index finger, the one finger. I feel like that's a little bit far because dude died a horrific death, but at the same
Yes,
time,
but
like that
I
is.
imagine Kobe Bryant and Paul Heyman were friends.
How do you know? I mean, I know you said you don't
Yeah,
you didn't say but you imagine. How do you imagine?
yeah. Uh, Paul Heyman is big on sports and stuff,
Yeah.
and he's friends with a lot of athletes.
Mm. Yeah. I can
Yeah,
see that.
yeah.
Okay.
So I could see them at least knowing each other well enough to make a joke like that.
Yeah. Many people think that it was insensitive. Many people. Uh, I feel like it plays.
Truth is, we don't know their relationship, so
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's that, and I think it plays into his character more than it does, you know, honoring Kobe Bryant. Um, we obviously we don't know his relationship, like you said. We don't know whether or not they knew each other. Uh, but I feel like still, aside from all that, like he was tiptoeing a line there, and I'm sure that he got told by like Triple H or Stephanie or somebody like, hey, that's not let's not do that. We can say we did, but let's not. Because like that's a bit it's a bit rough. That's a
yeah,
bit hard to swallow because like like I said, he died a horrific death, and his poor daughter was in that plane helicopter as well, and it's like it's a rough pill to swallow. So like maybe not do that, but uh, at the same time, I love Paul Heyman regardless. I think that he is
yeah.
probably one of the best salesmen of WWE ever. Um, he makes everything better with his involvement. Um, that's probably why I actually enjoy the Bloodline story, even still.
Yeah.
It's because of
Well,
him.
cycle.
But anyway, speaking on the Bloodline though, uh, some people were saying that The Rock, because he's involved in the Bloodline now, he, he's making WWE one of his failed accomplishments. Because so he, for those who don't know, he tried to take over football. He made what was called XFL, and it failed.
No, Vince McMahon made XFL, and Rock bought it from him.
Really? I
Yeah.
was under the impression that The Rock made XFL.
Nope. The Rock did not make XFL. Vince McMahon made
Oh.
XFL and won the rights to it after
Oh.
Vince McMahon's XFL failed.
Oh. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, um, it is now uh, going to relaunch as the UFL, so it all works out.
It's not going to work.
Well, XFL merged with the United States Football League.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
then it could work.
Uh, they're both spring football leagues, uh, but they're gonna merge, become the United Football League, uh, and it'll be an 8-team competition. It'll kick off its 10-game regular season March 2024 on the 30th. It'll be divided into USFL and XFL as conferences. But I still don't think it'll work, to be honest with you. No shot. But he tried to take over DC with Black Adam. He twisted Black Adam's story. He made people look like villains that weren't supposed to be, and he completely overrode all stories pertaining to Black Adam and everything else involved, and that failed. It was the worst bomb of the DC cinematic universe within the past 5 years. I'll say 5 years. That failed, and people are thinking that now his new project is going to be the WWE, and that his involvement with TKO will bomb as well. Do you think that it's going to lead this way, or do you think that he's been put in his place quite properly, and that his involvement will start and stop with what he's doing now, which is what looks to be acknowledging the bloodline?
I think The Rock's going to finish out this Bloodline story for sure, but I don't think he'll be done with WWE after that. He was able to save the story by giving the match back to Rhodes and, doing all that.
That's a way of looking at it that I didn't think about.
Yeah.
He saved the Bloodline story, not really Cody's. People were getting tired of the Bloodline.
Yeah. He refreshed the Bloodline story, even though it was about to end if Rock and Roman did go at it at WrestleMania. But and then he successfully turned heel.
Yeah, this is his first time successfully turning heel too.
And saved WrestleMania in the process by letting Cody Rhodes have the main event.
That is a really astute way of looking at it. Props. Fucking props. Because I didn't think of it that way. I didn't think of it like The Rock was saving the Bloodline, and because people were getting bored.
He's not coming in and ruining it.
Yeah.
You got to think of the wider picture, everything going on. Yeah.
Wow.
And he boosted the numbers for WrestleMania and the interest for WrestleMania tenfold probably.
Yeah. As much as I want to think that the majority are the people that didn't want him involved at all, I think that actually
you got to remember who
we're the silent minority. Yeah. Or we're the loud minority. Yeah. And the decision maker obviously is
The Rock.
The Rock, Triple H, everyone involved in creative. Man.
So they weren't thinking, The Rock wasn't on the board thinking, oh, yeah, I'm going to piss all these Cody crybabies off and still take WrestleMania. He was probably thinking, how can I still piss these guys off and give Cody the main event?
Yeah. I don't know.
Which he successfully did.
I feel like, so sometimes WWE does pull stunts, does work without everybody knowing, and there's moments where it's like, what's a good example?
R-Truth. Anytime R-Truth does anything.
Yeah, I feel like not everybody knows about R-Truth's decisions, but I was more thinking
the Montreal Screwjob,
yeah, that's a good one.
Happens.
Yeah, that's a good example.
That's a really notable thing of, the other guy really didn't know what was going to happen, and it caused for a genuine reaction and boosted media. So of course they do.
Exactly. They do things without most people's knowledge, and I feel like this was a decision that they had been working on, and I feel like that's why Seth Rollins had such a vile reaction to him and hated him, is because he wasn't a part of the no.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's why Cody Rhodes didn't react well when he got slapped. Maybe it was a work that, oh, that's why you were doing that? Maybe tell me
Mhm.
next time.
Yeah,
So,
which is probably the case, you know.
yeah. And that's why they conveniently drop the mic when he goes to slap him.
Yeah,
They drop the mic so that you can't hear them talk up close. You know, they're saying some things, and, it's stuff like that, possibly.
they knew it was gonna get ugly after that. Seth was gonna go off, so they were just like, okay, cut the mics. So,
Yeah, they cut the mics, they drop them. Uh, and, someone that I feel wasn't in the know but was probably knowledgeable of it, Grayson Waller. I feel like I feel like he was aware, because one of the
I feel
things.
like okay,
Oh,
I feel like they were in the know that Cody was gonna get his WrestleMania spot back
yeah, maybe.
because it was all calm up to that point. They were cutting promos, they were doing what they were doing, you know.
Yeah,
But I think it wasn't in the know that The Rock was supposed to go off on Cody.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But Grayson Waller, one of the original people to speak on this stuff, he said a few months ago everyone was, "Oh, Rock, come back." How long have they wanted The Rock versus Roman Reigns? People have been begging for it for years. Then they get it, then they complain about it. And he's basically going off on the fans like, "What the fuck do you want?" And the fans are saying it's because The Rock politicked his way in. The Rock,
Yeah.
used his status to get in. But if this has all been one big work, you know, I feel like that's insane, because Cody Rhodes did say trust me. He's like, guys, please trust me. Um,
Yeah.
and
I feel
The
like it
Rock,
was a work.
all his tweets said long game.
Yeah, I feel like okay. I feel like The Rock definitely politicked his way into the main event WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
No doubt about it. He was just like, yeah, we got to save WrestleMania. So he definitely politicked his way in. But I feel like after that backlash, then they went out and did a work to get Cody back, and The Rock still stay heel.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that could be. But I'm really happy with how it's coming along, though. Um, I'm uh, like Cody Rhodes on Raw. Uh, he said, "You slapped me across the face, and what that means is I'm going to hit you back."
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I
I
think that we should
so hyped
acknowledge
for it.
the best promo that they've cut, which was Seth Rollins being the Shield.
Oh my god, that was so good.
Let me see if I can get
He's
a
like, I got your back.
yeah. Let's see. Uh, let's see. Okay. Promo. Um, I'm not gonna read the whole thing. Uh, uh, Here we go. Seth Rollins says, "Well, what can I say? What can I say except you're welcome?" The Rock was involved for reference. Um,
Mhm.
First things first, Cody. As much as I was looking forward to defending the World Heavyweight Championship against you at WrestleMania, I understand your decision. I understand why you had to pick Roman Reigns. I understand why you needed Roman's title. You got to finish that story, right? And there are millions of people around the world who want you to finish your story. Now that decision is made, let me make this very clear to you. You need to finish your story. You need to finish your story for yourself, for your dad, for me, for every single person here tonight. And I'll tell you why. Because if you do not beat Roman Reigns at WrestleMania and take the WWE Undisputed Championship from him, the landscape on the other side of WrestleMania is very, very dark. You've got the most powerful champion in the modern era, Roman Reigns. He gets more power, he gets more leverage, which means he shows up less. He defends his title less. That glass ceiling, it gets thicker. Those brass rings, they get higher. This is probably the last real chance that any of us has to take that title, to take that power, and to give it to the people. You might be the man for the job, but Cody, a fan yells, I love you. I love you too. What's your plan, Cody? Because last year you got screwed out of the title in the main event of WrestleMania. The Usos were there. Paul Heyman was there. Solo was there. Roman Reigns. You couldn't get the job done, but you forgot. You fought your way back. You won the Royal Rumble again. The deck stacked against you just the same, except now the bar has been raised because you're not just dealing with Heyman and Solo and Jimmy and Roman. You're dealing with the biggest star, the most influential man in the entire entertainment industry. You've got to deal with The Rock. And then the crowd started to chant, Rocky sucks. Lexington, I tend to agree with you, which is why I came out here, Cody, to tell you you do not have to go, you do not have to fight this battle alone. Now, you and I, we haven't always seen eye to eye, but a couple weeks back, you told Roman Reigns that you didn't just want to take his title from him, you wanted to take everything from him. And deep in my soul, I feel that. And that is why at the press conference, when The Rock laid hands on you, I stepped up. Because I am sick and I am tired of people like The Rock, of people like Roman Reigns, these arrogant, entitled pricks who think that they can do whatever they want. They can throw their weight around, make any decision they want with no consequence. I am sick and tired of them always getting away with it. And I got to admit something to you right now. The man Roman Reigns is partially my fault. Nearly 12 years ago, we came down those stairs in tactical vests. We were brothers forged from the same fire. I taught him everything I know. I am partially responsible for the man that he is, but I could have never imagined the monster he has become. And now that monster has two heads, because he is standing side by side with the only person on this planet who is as entitled and selfish as he is. But when it comes to fighting the bloodline, when it comes to fighting The Rock, when it comes to fighting Roman Reigns, there is only one man on earth who is uniquely suited to be your shield. I'll give you a hint. He was once an architect. He is now a visionary. He is a revolutionary. He is Seth. Then he puts his mic up in the air. Freaking Rollins. Oh my fucking God, when I heard that one. I was like, holy shit.
Like, such a good promo.
Such a good promo. You know, growing up, I was never interested in the promos. Genuinely. I didn't give a fuck. I was all about the wrestling itself. But as I grew older, I started listening a bit more, and I'm like, hey, that pertains to what I'm about to see. It's almost as if I was meant to watch it. Maybe I will. And then I started watching them. And then I started watching all of them. And now I'm to the point that I'm excited for them more than I am the wrestling.
Hell yeah.
And I feel like that's...
Great.
What?
Little diversion. The Miz just changed his profile picture on Twitter.
Ooh,
go check it out.
Okay. Let me check this out. You're going to come with me for this.
Let's see. The Miz.
I know.
It's a journey.
I know. Mike the Miz. Audio listeners love you to death. Mike the Miz changed his profile picture to Logan Paul getting knocked the fuck out. I think I know what this means.
He changed his profile picture to the Mayweather fight that Logan Paul had.
Yeah,
Logan Paul all beat up and catching a fucking left hook to the face.
The one that Logan Paul swears up and down that he won. And, you know, the more that I listen to him talk about how he won it, the more I believe him less.
Yeah.
Oof. But, no, that's crazy. Speaking of promos, speaking of, you know, when wrestlers talk, Baron Corbin tweeted something out that I I really love. Uh, by the way, for those who want to keep up, just follow them on Twitter. Baron Corbin WWE, no spaces. He said, "Damn, this felt good. 6 years since I've held gold. Braun Breaker has made absolutely wrecking dudes so much fun. He's one hell of a teammate. I'm glad I could lead him to gold. Haha. And I truly believe that we are the absolute best tag team in WWE." That
Hell yeah.
sounds like one. He's actually starting to like hanging with Braun Breaker. Two, it sounds like Baron Corbin might come with him to the main roster of WWE. That's
Hell yeah.
that's what it sounds like.
That would be amazing to see to see Baron Corbin back on the main roster.
Yeah, like I feel like, I mean, he's not young. Baron Corbin is by no means young. He is, I believe, 46, if I had to guess.
Yeah.
39. I was not close at all. 39. For reference, Braun Strowman, 40 years old. Kind of crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But it sounds like he's wanting to come back to the main roster with Braun Breaker and to do tag team championship matches all the time. But obviously, they just won the NXT championship, so they're going to be there for a little bit longer, defending that title, unless they have them bounce back and forth. I mean, they have done that before. They've had people go back to NXT, do something and then come back, haven't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. They did that with Judgment Day.
Yep.
They had them go back.
They had Dominic go back, win the title. Well, they had Dominic just go to NXT.
Yeah.
And win the title. But yeah.
So they could do something like that. They could have them defend the title while being main roster, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Speaking of the main roster thing that they talked about, that takes effect on Raw Day 0, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, we have that to look forward to. You know what else we have to look forward to?
What's that?
Mick Foley on his Foley is Pod. For those who don't know, Mick Foley has a podcast, and it's really good. Go check it out. Foley is Pod. He revealed that he's thinking of doing one more death match for his 60th birthday. And for those who are wondering, Mick Foley is currently 58 years old. So we got 2 years on that one.
Yeah.
Technically 1 year, because his birthday is this year. So 59 and 60. Anyway, June 7th specifically. Mark it in your calendars. On his 60th birthday, he wants to do one more death match. And he's wanting to drop 100 pounds in weight and then do that death match. And he thinks that it would be a really gory spectacle. So I think that he's planning to come back, do a death match, which, my question, obviously there's a chance for new talent to come out between then and now, here and now. No, then and now I was right. Okay. There's a chance for new talent to come out. Who do you think that Mick Foley would be inclined to, on the current roster, do a death match with?
See, that's a hard choice.
Mm-hmm. Like, who do you think he respects as talent enough to come in, do that, and leave?
The real question is who on the main roster could do that style of match?
Well, what type of criteria are you looking at?
They got to be like more hardcore style. I think Finn Balor is definitely tough enough to do that.
Yeah.
I think Finn Balor could do it. I can't really think of anyone else.
Do
that
you,
would be able to do that style of match.
I think Punk would do it
They
if
want to
he's.
keep Punk not injured.
Yeah, yeah. Um,
Yeah.
Orton maybe.
No, Orton's never really been the deathmatch style. He has a more of a safe style of wrestling.
Yeah, because his RKO is specifically designed to save his shoulder.
Yeah.
Um, well, let's see. We got Finn Balor, maybe. We got if uh if Joe Gacy ever comes to the main roster, maybe him. Um,
Yeah.
that actually definitely him if he ever comes to the main roster. Unless Mick Foley goes to NXT, which I think he would probably do a main event, probably a premium live event too. Um,
Yeah.
so, and there wouldn't be a title on the line because it's just the one match. He's not wanting to come back permanently.
Yeah.
Unless he comes back as an announcer, that would be awesome. Oh man.
That'd be dope.
Um,
Um. Hmm.
I don't know. I mean, what about
Right.
Ray? He's
No.
really safe too, though.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Hmm. It's a hard choice. I mean, no one on this roster really fits that style.
Yeah. Let's see. Current roster of WWE. Who do we got? We got. Let's see. AJ Styles would not do it. I know that much.
No.
Baron Corbin would, if given
Yeah.
an opportunity, but he's not main roster. Braun Breaker, maybe. Doubtful, but maybe.
Yeah.
Uh,
Highly doubtful.
Carmelo, he's everybody's calling him a young black Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, but I can't see Carmella doing it. He
Yeah,
might.
he might.
It would be a main roster guy though.
Yeah, yeah. Definitely not Cody. Um,
No.
man, Dexter Loomis.
Dexter, he's not on the active roster, is he?
He's on Raw. Uh, yeah, he's
I
currently.
thought he got released.
Mm-mm.
He doesn't do anything.
No, he doesn't. But
You could probably do it with Karrion Cross, maybe.
oh yeah, Karrion Cross definitely.
I think Finn Balor or Karrion Cross, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Or let's see. Let's see. Not JD. I don't think he would do it. Um,
Tom would not do it.
no, not a chance. Let's see. Joe Gacy, I think would.
Yeah.
John Cena, maybe, if he wanted to come back for one.
I think he's too old for that style match. Plus, he's an actor, man.
Well, we're talking Mick Foley at age 60 doing it.
You don't think Mick Foley's going to take some nasty bumps? Mick Foley.
Yeah, it's Mick fucking Foley. Kevin Owens would do
Bro.
it in a heartbeat. He's such a fan.
Oh yeah, Kevin Owens. Yeah, that's the choice.
Yeah. Maybe LA Knight. Doubtful. I think he's too humorous.
I think Kevin Owens is the choice, man.
Yeah, probably. I'm still looking. I'm trying to see if there's any other options. Obafemi would do it if he was on the main roster.
Logan
Almost.
Paul would probably do it, but I don't know if Mick Foley would do that severe of a match with a guy who's so inexperienced.
Yeah, no. He's still too young for
Sammy
that.
would probably do it. Sammy will take pretty much any bump.
Yeah. Pat McAfee would do it. Almost is a free agent. I didn't know that yet.
Apparently.
Yeah, he's not Raw or SmackDown. He's just WWE. Oh, that's right. There. I remember now. He's doing better, but they've decided to make him a spectacle so he shows up when they think that it's suited for him, but
Yeah.
generally they don't have him out.
Yeah.
He's like he's young legend basically. Seth wouldn't do it. He's a
He's too
dad
hurt.
now. Yeah. Well, we're talking a year out, so he would heal by
Yeah,
then.
but back injuries do not heal within a year. If you need back surgery, that doesn't heal within a year.
Yeah. Shinsuke might do it.
Yeah.
Um,
I
the
think
the
it'd be the
Rock,
most entertaining with Kevin Owens.
the Rock would do it.
Yeah, I doubt The Rock would do it.
No, you don't think so?
No.
Man, yeah, I think Kevin Owens is literally the only option here. I mean, the Miz maybe, but doubtful.
You know what's amazing?
What's up?
The Slim Jim car on the seat belts, it has little holes where you can put Slim Jims.
That is amazing. That is
Yep.
actually amazing.
But yeah, I think it would be Kevin Owens though.
Yeah, R-Truth wouldn't do it. No way in hell.
No.
He's comedy appeal now.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anyone. I think he'll come back and put over Kevin Owens. What the hell?
All right, how long have we been doing this podcast?
Not long enough. I still have more to go.
Yeah, we've been at it for like what,
Yeah,
over an hour?
Yeah, well, we keep going off script. Let's see, where are we at? Actually, that's a good question. Hour 41. But still, I have a lot. Well, not a lot. I have a couple. The Sandman. You remember the Sandman? Maybe not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fun fact for you: he was a Chippendale dancer after he got out of jail.
The more you know.
Back in '84. Yeah. People should look into that. His life before and after ECW, very entertaining to read about.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people are really mad at AEW right now because they feel like that AEW doesn't know how to book a main event star like Adam Copeland. People are missing when his presence felt special, and he was having feuds with the main events. But nowadays,
Yep.
people think that he's being mistreated as a star and not being.
Adam Copeland's just doing it for fun. I don't think he cares to be the main event.
No,
I think he wants to put people over
Yeah.
and wrestle the people he wanted to wrestle and then leave.
Yeah. Adam Copeland, he's getting up there for sure. He's been around the block a few times. But he's the definition of they enjoy it. He's 50 years old, people. He's 50. Think about that.
Yeah.
CM Punk is 45. Randy Orton's 43. Christian Cage is 50. Jeff Hardy is 46.
Damn.
So when he's doing this stuff and he's not being the main event star that's like cherry picked for certain moments, he's literally doing it because he wants to. His connection with Cody Rhodes and the uppers at AEW is so strong. If he wanted to be cherry picked and be on a Legacies contract where he comes in and does stuff, just because he feels like that would be a nice enough paycheck, he would do it. But he's a lot like Mick Foley. He came in, he wrestled, he got a taste for blood, and he stayed around. He the first match, we talked about this before. Adam Copeland Edge, his first match with WWE, he broke someone. He speared them and broke someone. So like the man has no qualms with being that middle roster, you know mid card
Yeah.
fight that's like it gets you hyped up for the final match of the night.
Yeah.
So he's okay with it, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But speaking of him, something that you and I talked about off pod, but I think people might still care about. Brandon Cutler posting on Twitter talking about how Adam Copeland was rubbing people the wrong way in the locker rooms, and then people didn't realize that it was kayfabe and that Adam Copeland's actually a sweetheart, and they thought he was an asshole for some fucking reason. And
Even though anyone who talks to Adam Copeland or talks about him is always like, yeah, he's like the nicest guy ever.
yeah, like he made Judgment Day, and then he allowed himself to be the one to put over Finn Balor as a Judgment Day member. Like, he got kicked down. He got the shit beat out of him. Him and Beth Phoenix, got manhandled by, Mommy and the rest of the Judgment Day. Because he was putting over the new talent. He was
Which
putting
is
over
something most stars do not do.
Yeah, he put over Dom. Like he's like, you know what, beat me up as well. Like, they could have said it as him just taking down Ray, but he was like, yeah, no, Uncle Adam Copeland, Uncle Edge.
Yeah.
So that's crazy. That's crazy. But
Which is
he got in trouble, fake trouble, for calling out the Young Buck tag team on AEW, and he was saying that I don't know, some shit. And the Cutler's tweet, for those who still don't get it, it was satire. Yeah, obviously playing into the heel dickhead
promo.
Yeah, obviously, just playing into the kayfabe. Just let kayfabe be kayfabe. But
just know what's going on backstage.
Yeah. And to end it off, two things. Triple H shared the first look at the new WWE experience, and it looks badass as fuck. Obviously, Taker is part of it. They have Andre in the back, Roman, part of the art piece. Really cool looking. Gotta check it out sometime. Is that something that, do you know if that's something that us civilians can get into, or is that just like where they work? What is the WWE experience?
It's like a museum.
Oh, it's a museum? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's in Saudi Arabia.
It's in Riyadh.
Yeah, man.
Yup.
I'm not flying for that. If I was meant to fly, God would have given me wings. But that made me fart so hard that I can travel. I don't know.
You're asked to a rocket ship.
Yeah. But the last thing I wanted to end it on, they made a top 100s list for highest paid combat sports athletes. And guess who made it into the top 3, baby?
Jake Paul.
Jake motherfucking Paul, the problem child. The fucking
and Dana White still
problem
loves to say his events are profitable. Like, bullshit.
El Gallo del Dorado, Jake motherfucking Paul. It was Gervonta Davis, Ryan Garcia, Tyson Fury, all of them made it, but they were not as big and up there as him. He matched, he's almost matching paychecks with Canelo. Almost.
Yeah.
So that, you know what that means?
Jake Paul and Canelo makes more sense now.
Jake Paul and Canelo makes more sense. The purse would actually make sense.
You know what's great is Dana White will still say, yeah, no, those lists are bullshit.
Oh, yeah.
Because none of the UFC guys made it on there because Dana White's too selfish.
Well, it's because they're too busy riding Dana White's ass for like $30K when everyone else is making a couple mil. And it's like, no, just cease your shit. I want to see TKO make a difference there. Like, come on, it's about time. You know,
Yeah. Well, Jake Paul's promotion fighter base pay is 50K.
that's
For
insane.
base. Well, that's 30 more K than the UFC fighter base pay.
Yeah, yeah, it's insane. Yeah, I want to see a
I
difference be
mean,
made in the UFC.
yeah, and Jake Paul would. That's just base pay.
Yeah.
When they fight, they get paid more. When they win, they get paid more. And Jake Paul gives them a bigger cut too.
Well, he hit up Sean Strickland, and he's like, "I want to fight you. I will give you half of your net worth." And I feel like that's pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
And he said, "I will give you half your net worth." Nobody turns that down. And Sean Strickland still was calling him a bitch and like, man, I don't want to work with you, blah blah blah.
I
And
get sued by the UFC.
yeah, it's like, bro, you beat the shit out of
Sneeko.
Sneeko. Yeah, you beat the shit out of Sneeko for fucking what? And he was like, "Oh well, if you had just fallen, I would have called it good." It's like, bitch, was that a rule? Did you say that somewhere? What the fuck? How does he know? But
Yeah.
you rocked his shit, and he
It's a
wasn't
fucking
prepared.
light spar. Sneeko was not going very hard. He was just, learning how to throw punches, get around a guard, all that. And then he just got his shit rocked by Sean Strickland.
Yeah, for no fucking reason. So, yeah,
Yeah.
it's I'm hoping. I'm
I mean,
hoping
it
that
was very
he.
satisfying seeing Sneeko get the shit beat out of him.
Oh yeah, everybody fucking hates Sneeko, but he still doesn't need his shit rocked for no reason. Like, yeah, at least say something. Be like, hey, yeah, that's what you get, bitch. For being you. An
Yeah.
asshole. It's that's what you get for being a duty head. Say something. Don't make it just like beating up somebody who doesn't know how to fight for the fact they don't know how to fight. But
Yeah.
if he accepts Jake Paul's offer for half of his net worth, and it's Sean Strickland's net worth, it's not Jake's net worth. So,
Well, yeah. Fuck. Jake's net worth is what? Probably like 20, 50 million by this point.
Yeah, probably something like that. Let's see. Let's look. Fuck.
Sean Strickland's net worth is about $2 million.
Okay, so half of it, so like a mil
Yeah.
1.5 maybe. I think Jake Paul has. I'm in his private thing that he made for his fans. His private chat. He showed. Okay, it wasn't there. I'll find it.
60 million in 2023 was his net worth.
Damn.
God damn.
That's Sean or Jake?
Jake.
Damn. That's crazy. Let's see. He posted. See, that's 3 days ago. 21 days ago. Okay. He said, Sean Strickland, you're embarrassing for trying to stop Sneeko like that. You weren't even able to drop someone with no experience while going all out. You're a horrid boxer that only picks on inexperienced people. I'll fly you to PR, Puerto Rico. We can fight on camera. If you win, I'll give you 1 million, half your net worth. But if you get dropped, you have to get better tattooed on you. DM me. But just like Patty, I'm guessing you'll find a way to run.
Damn.
Sean Strickland replied, "You lost to a part-time boxer, but yes. LOL."
That's insane. He lost to a part-time boxer, sure, but that part-time boxer did not drop Jake Paul. He dropped that part-time boxer.
Exactly. Like, Jake
And he
Paul is
lost on
not one to
points,
fuck with.
which everyone thought Jake Paul actually won the fight.
Exactly. Fucking,
Yeah.
Tommy Fury, both times when he fought, and I don't usually defend KSI, but he fought both times, KSI and Jake, and both times they lost on points because he's a Fury.
Yeah.
It's obvious that it's biased, but no, it's insane. It's insane. What do you think? If Sean Strickland got in the ring with Jake, do you think he's gonna win, or do you think
No. No. I honestly think Jake Paul's that much better of a boxer than Sean Strickland is.
Sean's not even a boxer. He's a UFC guy, but he doesn't do much
that's
leg
nice.
work. So, like, basically a boxer.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, it's almost 2 hours now. Unless you want to keep going for 5 minutes to make it an even 2, I doubt you do.
No, we'll call it this.
All right, let's call it. Do
All
the
right,
outro.
like, subscribe. Let us know in the comments if you think Jake Paul or Sean Strickland would win.
And let us know who you think Mick Foley should fight for his 60th birthday.
Hell yeah. And that will end our podcast. Thank you for watching One More Productions. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.